Hello, I am Centimus Prime, and here I will be showing you how to build a Cyber Scout Jet, an alternative build using the parts from the LEGO Creator set number 31111 Cyber Drone. Now, first and foremost, we will be taking a bird's eye view of all the parts needed to build said Cyber Scout Jet. Now you may tell there's not a whole lot of pieces. Doesn't take a whole lot to build this. But as usual, there are certain chunks that are pre-built, because these are parts I usually either mirror or duplicate and all that. So, how about let's get started, shall we? So first, we're going to be starting with the front cockpit section. So, we'll start with taking one of these, a black 2x2 plate, taking two of these gray brackets, upward brackets, and attaching them on top of the studs like so. And what you do is you basically do that again. Basically make another one of those. Alright. Next we'll do is we'll take this part and another one of these gray upward brackets and attach it to these two studs up here. Like so, with the side studs pointing away from these two studs. Okay? Then we'll take these black 1x1s, these black round 1x1s, and attach them to the studs on the side. And then on top of that, you add these silver cone pieces on top of these rounded studs, like so. Boom. Then after that, you take one of these and attach these two black studs onto of the black anti-studs, like so. Then what you do is you take one of these slope bricks and attach to the top studs like so. Alright. Then we take two of these 1x3 tiles and we attach them to the sides, making sure that there's going to be a little bit of overhang, so that overhang is pointed away from the cones. Then we have that built up. And of course, we take another one of these. We take these two orange brackets and add them to the anti-studs of this part, like so. Alright. Then after that, we can start adding these wedge pieces on. And what's going to happen is that we're going to take this wedge piece, we're going to attach to these two studs like so, so that the wedge side is pointing up and kind of working along with this curve of the slope brick. But before you attach the other side, you take one of the studs on the side of this part and attach it to that overhang of anti-studs, like so. And then you sort of cap it off using the other wedge plates. So it's like that. And same thing's going to happen here, which means we're going to have to remove one of these tiles so that the other gray studs will attach to the overhang anti-studs made from these plates. So like so. Then we can just reattach that. Now we have that all built up. Sweet. Now we can add the windscreen part. And it's pretty simple. Just take a 2x3, attach two of these clip pieces, stud clip plates. Attach them like so that the clips are on and are both pointing towards an end. And then all the studs will be covered by this curved piece. Like so. And then you just clip the windscreen on like so. Now we have that part built up. Next, we're going to build, how about the back section? So we can add more to this. So we'll take a 2x4 plate, add it onto the anti-studs of the 2x3, like this, so that the two overhang black studs are pointing away from the windscreen piece. And then with that, you add this part on. And make sure you attach the lower anti-studs of this part to the black studs, like so. So now you have that all built up. Now we can put together the back section. So, what you're going to do is you're going to take one of these parts. So one of these parts, you add two of these mixel ball joints onto the gray studs, like so. Then on top of that, you take this sand blue 2x2 plate and attach it on top of the mixel joints, on top of their studs. Now you have that built. Next is this part, which we're going to take this part, this 1x2 brick with the axle hole. We attach it onto two of the studs like so. Then we'll take a 1x2 plate in white and attach it onto the other two gray studs like so. And then on top of that plate, we'll add one of these snot bricks on top of that. So like so. Pretty easy. And then on top of that, we take one of these pieces and attach these two anti-studs up here to the two studs back here. Boom. Then you have that all built up. Then what you do is you take this Technic lift arm and attach it to both of these parts. So attach these two pins to the two Technic holes on either end. So like that. Pretty simple. Alright, what next? Alright, then you take this part and this part, and you simply just clip it on like so. And of course, you will be mirroring that. And then what you do is you take another one of these and two of these plates, corner plates. And what you're going to do is you're going to attach these two studs onto the two anti-studs like this. Attach it like that so that's the overhang, so that there's going to be an overhang hang off the sides of the higher end of this part. And of course you do the same thing on the other side, and I have that. So now what you do is you're gonna attach. So you're gonna take these and attach the studs back here onto the anti-studs closest to this overhang part, like so. Do the same with the other side. Very nice. Then you take this part, attach it under this assembly, like so. And then what's going to happen is that this is all going to fit nicely under that. You can see how all those studs are going to connect to all of these anti-studs. So like that. And then quickly we will remove this so we can add this section on. Then we're going to remove this real quick. So hold on. So we attach that. Hold on, am I doing something wrong? Oh yeah, of course. You're supposed to attach the anti-studs onto the white studs like so. And then it'll be easier if you just do this. Attach these. It'll be easier if you just do this. Attach these onto those white studs on top. Then take this part and attach it to these 4 studs, like so. Then you take this and attach these anti-studs to these studs, like so. Then adjust the stabilizer fins. And then you have that all built up. It's a little tricky. Again, the hardest thing about this is me memorizing everything. But next up is going to be this thruster piece. So, starting off, we will be taking one of these Technic pinhole bricks. We're going to be adding a 1x2 white plate, attach on top of that, like so. Then take one of these Mixel socket pieces and attach it like so that the overhang, so that the socket joint is pointing at either side, doesn't matter which right now. Then on top of that, you add another one of these, like so. And then after this point, you take this bracket piece, you add this little headlight piece on top of on the stud on the side, on top of this stud on the side. Then the stud on the top will attach to this, will attach to the raised anti-stud of this orange part, like so. So that when it's attached, it's more flush. And then when you attach it like so, make sure that the lights are pointing the right direction. So on this side, they're going to be pointing. So for the left side, they're going to be pointing towards the right and vice versa. Then after that, you attach 2 black Technic pins into the holes. Then after that, we will work on the thruster. So we'll take this lovely Technic piece. We'll take one of these fancy Technic pieces and just push it through. And so for the back end, which is the end with the pinhole, you take this wheel piece, you attach this side to the pin, like so. Then with that, you take the studded pin, you take the pin stud, and attach it to the other side of this wheel part. Then after that, you take this dish piece in trans blue, add on top of this blue stud, like so. And then on top of that, you add the cone, like so. Then on the front end with the axle, you take this part and just attach it through the axle, like so. Then on top of that, you add one of these dish pieces in black and add it on top of the stud right here, like so. Then after that, you can attach these 2 Technic holes into you can push these Technic pins into the Technic holes, like so. Then after that's done, you can just mirror that, no problem. And now it's time for assembly. So, raising this up, what's going to happen is this is going to attach. So these orange anti-studs are going to attach to these black studs right here. So this is just going to go over like that and just be attached like so that it's more flush. Then under that, you take a 2x6 and attach it to all, and you can see where it's going to attach. So like that. Boom. To make it so it's nice and flush. Then you take these parts and attach these sockets to the ball joints, like so. Boom. And adjust them how you like. And after some adjusting, you take the included minifigure and just sit him down in his newly built aircraft. And then after lowering the canopy or windscreen piece to close that up, that'll be it. And I do plan for this to, and I did build this to be like an army builder thing that there could be like swarms of alongside the official sets. Very nice. So, yes, it is pretty easy to build. But it came out pretty nice. So that'll be it. If you enjoyed this video, consider to like and subscribe and maybe even comment if you want. And of course, I will be posting again sooner or later.